So I came down to St. Kitts and Nevis to do a commercial video shoot. A friend of mine owns a tour company called funkymonkeytours.com, and it's in the islands of St. Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean. And this is my first out-of-country expedition I've ever done. It's my first out-of-country video or photo shoot that I've ever done, so I really didn't know what to expect. So I wanted to make this video to cover a few things that I learned along the way. Today being the last day of my adventure, I get a day to myself, thank God, because I needed it. I really worked my ass off this past week. I got down here last Sunday, and today is Friday, and we're leaving back out tomorrow. So today was my day to do my thing. So the first thing I want to talk about is the trip here. Again, I'd never been abroad overseas or out of the country, so you got to have a passport, obviously, and they want to check every orifice of you because you're leaving the country, and they want to make sure you're not bringing any contraband or anything like that. Of course, I'm not. I'm bringing tons of film equipment. I saw on F-Stoppers that if I made a badge that said I was a media producer, a filmmaker, with my picture on it, and so I printed that out, and I actually got my bags for $50 a piece, and some of my bags were over 50 pounds. One of my bags was a hard case, and I was really concerned with that bag because it had all my small rig equipment, all my gimbal equipment, all the rigging equipment that you would use. So I was a little concerned about that, so I zip tied it closed. And when I got over here and brought I picked the bag up out of the carriage, out of the baggage pickup, and threw it in the taxi, and had to take a boat over to the Nevis Island. And when I got to my destination, I put the bag on the bed and opened it up, lo and behold, because I had zip tied it closed, lo and behold, there was still zip ties there, but they weren't my zip ties. And so when I opened the bag, there was a nice little note in there, a piece of literature that said your bag has been inspected by American Airways, and whatever else it said, I can't remember. I'll post a little picture here of what it said, but and then they politely zip tied my bag back, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, they saw I had expensive equipment in there, and they didn't want it to get the bag to open up, so they re-zip tied it shut. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that was one of the things, or two of the things there, that your baggage can be cheaper if you print some kind of media badge that you can wear or put on your luggage that says media. You can actually get, I think it's 100 pounds or less overseas. In the country, it's 70 pounds or less or something. I can't remember. Maybe there's not a limit, but overseas, going to a different country, it was 100 pounds or less for $50 on American Airlines. So that was kind of cool. So I had 3 bags. They were one of them was under 50 pounds. That was $45 or $35. So I got a discount. That was kind of neat. So if you didn't know that, if you're worried about traveling, okay, so speaking of traveling, I packed for every situation. The week before last, I'm going through my mind, what do I need? What do I need? Do I need, what do I need? Do I need every small rig little piece? Do I need screwdrivers? What do I need? So I packed literally everything I own, over $10,000 worth of stuff, which then I can't even sleep because now I'm thinking, I got $10,000 worth of stuff. What if somebody steals it? I got to carry these heavy baggages around with me. I knew the excursion that I was going to be filming over the week was going to be in high heat in the mountains. It was going to be very rigorous. A lot of climbing, a lot of driving, so I really didn't want to carry this stuff with me, but I just wasn't sure what I needed to pack. So when I got here and we went scouting our first day, and I realized that I didn't need half the stuff I brought. You just want to be safe. You want to bring everything you can, but I just didn't need it. So so I really probably could have saved $50 or $90 going back too. Now I got to pay for it going back. I could have saved that money and not brought all that equipment. But you know, it was my first time out on a big adventure. I wasn't sure, so I wanted to have everything because there's no, you know, there's no stores here. You don't go to Radio Shack or Pro Cam or you know, you can't just pick up, order Amazon and it'll be here the next day. I'm on an island. You know, to get things to come through customs, it takes weeks, and then you got duty fees and all this other crap. So I just wanted to be prepared. So I think next time I'll know a little better, pack a little lighter, just bring the essentials. That was the other thing. I wanted to have 2 tripods. One of my tripods with the ball head is over $1,500, and there's no special carrying bag for it. I mean, you know, what do you do with that? So I kind of I took it all apart, fit it in a suitcase. And I was really worried about that too, because I put that in my clothing suitcase, and then when I got here, I only used it once. So I really did I need to have it? No, I could have went with a monopod. So I'm just giving you some examples to think about. You know, next time I know, do I really need it? No, I don't think I do. I can get by with a few essential things. Obviously, the cameras are the most important, and the audio is most important. I was very concerned about the cameras, the lenses that I brought, and the audio. And I think I had the audio covered. I have 1, 2, 3 redundancies in audio. I have the wireless Go, where I mic'd my talent with the lapel. I have that's what I'm recording on now. I have the Pro XR, which Asden sent this to me for free to give an unbiased review. And I've had Asden products in the past, and I love them. They're awesome. I'm gonna focus on that. Asden makes some good products. I would like to see them bring this down to $199. Right now it's $249. The wireless Go mic by Rode is $199. I think they'd be very competitive with them if they brought it down. See, the thing is, this lasts for 17 hours of use, where the wireless Go only lasts 6 or 7. So if you're in a situation where you can't be charging, or you don't want to be charging, you know, every night I had a routine this week. Every night I would come home and I would charge. And I would back up my equipment, and that's another, not my equipment. I would back up my video, and that's another thing I want to talk to you about, is backing up your equipment. So that's the other thing I want to talk to you about, is storage. When you go on a vacation, when you go on a trip, when you got a gig like what I just did, you need storage. I shot over a terabyte, or just under a terabyte of video. And that's a lot of video. It's a lot of, it's 5 days of 4K. It's 5 days of 360 video. It's 5 days of Mavic Pro drone video. 4K, a lot of 4K. Not all 4K. You know, I did some 1080p. Obviously, the 360 stuff. I had another gig while I was here doing a wine tasting for a wine company. I did their gig while I was here. That was all 360. They wanted only 360 virtual tour into their the abyss of wine. A lot of people showed up. I didn't realize wine was such a big deal, but it is. So for storage, I brought down 2 1 terabyte drives. I was scared. I thought maybe I should have 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes. I didn't know what to expect, really. So I bought the SanDisk Extreme Disk Pro, I think it is, or I'll have to look it up. It's 1 terabyte. Let's see if you can focus on the back there. It's 1 terabyte of goodness, and I'm glad I brought this. It's very thin. It's actually waterproof, water resistant. So why did I need waterproof, water resistant? I probably didn't. I'm coming home every night to the hotel room, and I'm dumping all my video and my storage to the SanDisk. So yeah, whatever that says, 1 terabyte. All right. So, but I said when I was in the States, I said, well, I might need more, and I wanted a backup of my backup. You know, we're going through X-ray on the airplane. You know, in security, we're doing bumps and jumps and hopping around the islands and hopping around the states. Taxi cabs, backpack getting thrown around. So I just wanted to make sure. So I actually built my own 1 terabyte storage. I bought this Sabrent storage device that a buddy of mine, who's a techie, Dave from the computer store in Kego Harbor, he recommended the Sabrent adapter, and I bought an M2, 1 terabyte M2 drive, and stuck it in there. And so that's my redundancy. So I actually have 2 backups, and I'm holding it over a pool. Probably not too smart, am I? Holding it over a pool, and that's my dual redundancy. But also, not for my B-roll camera, and not for my 360 and my drone camera. But I also have redundancy on my A camera, which is my Nikon Z6. I have a cage, and I'm going to hold this over a pool. This $3,000 setup, $4,000 setup. I have a cage with audio redundancy. I have the Zoom H5. I have the Ninja V, and that has a terabyte hard drive on it as well. So everything that came from this camera, which was my A roll camera, this is the camera that captured all the commercial video shoots for FunkyMonkeyTours.com. This is the camera that did the talking heads. This is the camera that did everything with this 24 to 70 f2.8 millimeter Nikon Z lens with the Rode mic and a lapel mic redundancy. I had two mics going to the Zoom H5, also recording into the camera and also recording into the Atomos Ninja V for redundancy on both audio and video. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I'm in the pool, obviously. It's my last day here. I'm flying back tomorrow. It's a 3-hour flight to Miami and a layover, and then back into Detroit. Just want to touch base and maybe document what I've been doing here. I do want to say, and I'm going to make a video about it when I get back to Michigan. I've been using the DJI SC. I just got it with the Sony A6500 and the new wireless Go by Rode, and I gotta tell you, it's a fantastic combination. Regardless of the flip out screen, for running some B-roll at 1080p at 120 frames a second, this wireless Go is so tiny it balances right on. Where's the mic? Right here. Here's the mic. It balances on top of the camera. The A6500, I'm running the Sigma 16 millimeter lens, and I've got a variable ND filter. As you can see, I can make it dark and light here. It's getting dark out. I should probably just take it off. But I just wanted to let you know about the gear I was running. I am going to do a full review of the DJI Ronin SC. I have the Moza Air 2. I love it. It's a great gimbal, but it's giant. I've been able to hold this DJI SC with the A6400 and the 16 millimeter lens all day long. I've gotten some epic B-roll, running at 120 frames a second, some slow-mo. I've got some awesome shots with this gimbal, and my arms aren't tired. I pass it to people. I pass it to my helpers. I'm passing it to guests, and they're doing some B-roll for me, and they don't even know it. And it's just a phenomenal gimbal. I'm sold on this gimbal. Kitty over at Atola Videos, she's done one or two videos about this. A bunch of famous YouTubers have done videos on this DJI SC, the Ronin SC gimbal, and I don't think they're giving it enough props. I'm telling you, it's a dream to balance with here's the problem. Everybody that's reviewed this DJI SC Ronin gimbal, they're balancing an A7. They're balancing a Canon. Or, this DJI made this specifically for the A6400, the A6500, or any, the Canon, the smaller, whatever, the smaller cameras. And I'm telling you, once you balance a small camera on this thing, it's a beast. You get 11 hours runtime. I've been running this all week. Charged it twice. That was it. And I've had 8-hour days where I just left it running all day long, and it's awesome. And the new Follow app that you can hook your phone up to the top and follow you draw a box around somebody. I'm gonna do a big review on the Ronin DJI SC gimbal. It is gonna be my new go-to with the A6400. It's just a phenomenal B-roll camera, and I'm going to recommend it to everybody. As far as the app goes, the only thing I wish that you could use the front screen on your camera so you could draw a box around yourself. It doesn't let you do that. You have to turn the camera backwards, and so you can't see yourself on your phone. I'm sure DJI is going to do an upgrade. DJI will do an upgrade to that. So, anyways. In the pool, having fun, relaxing. My last day here on the islands of Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean. The most fantastic time I've ever had. I'm going to go do a little swimming, a little more drinking. Got to get up early and get on the plane and head back to the States. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Oof.